I know I exist in a time and a place, but I don't give a right now. You figure it out. Funny thing happened on the way to Randall's. I wanted to check out the local gas stations. Oh, I got some water. Probably should drink some now because I think I'm probably dehydrated, like whatever. I don't know, my head fell off and rolled away quite a while ago. Anyway. What else do we need here? I didn't have this on my list, but I knew I was running out. It's the yogurt. Coffee. I definitely had that on my list. Mustard, I'm running out. I'm not getting these Basics dial thing because the liquid soaps are eating my skin away. Got a couple of these. This is Dial Basics. I was looking for ivory, but apparently they don't sell ivory anymore. Anyway. I have notes because even I don't believe it. All right. Oh, I switched over to the Turkish thing instead of Spanish. I still have my streak. You keep your streak. You keep your points on that week's scoreboard thing. I don't have any more stories though. I only have lessons. I'm starting from scratch. So starting with Unit 1 Basics. I've got lessons, but I don't have any stories. I've got the scoreboard. You don't lose points when you switch over to another language. You don't lose your league. I'm still in Obsidian. I keep on going up and down with Obsidian. I haven't reached Diamond yet. Just keep on playing with Obsidian. Keep on falling down to Pearl and then going back to Obsidian and back and forth. And so. If you don't use Duolingo, you have no idea what I'm talking about, so don't worry about it. I need water. Okay, this thing's worth it. That's why I bought the damn water. You can't, you know. Okay, so what happened? Oh, I wanted to check out the gas stations. Okay, I'm not. Hold on. Okay. I tried to put air in my tire the other day and realized I couldn't do it. I eventually got some in there, but I think I took out more air than I put in. When they changed the inner tube for the rear tire, the original one had an angled valve. You know, it's at an angle, so like a 45-degree angle thing, so it's easy to get at with the pump, right? Well, now the new inner tube doesn't have an angle. It's just a regular straight stem thing. And I cannot for the life of me get air into that damn tire now. So now I have to go online and order like 5 size 14 inner tubes with a 45-degree angle. Anyway, oh, it's frozen. Damn, I'll tell you what. That is messed up. Anyway, yeah. So that was me with my pump. So I wanted to go around the local gas stations to see if I can use the air compression. I found my little air tire gauge thing. So I, wouldn't get carried away with what the heck I was doing. I was clueless as far as what the heck I was doing. Not that I thought I would explode the darn thing or anything, because I've seen bike shops fill up that darn thing. Well, I thought I saw the damn things. Oh, I'll tell you what. I've seen bike shops fill up inner tubes when they're looking for a leak. I mean, they blew these things up like the size of one of those lifesaver things that people use, like rafts or when they go to a lake. You remember those old Minute Maid commercials, right? The kids at the lake using those inner tubes yeah, like that. Is this thing supposed off? Of course not. What a pain in the butt. Anyway. I'll have to pour it in there directly. What was I talking about? I have no idea what I'm talking about. The inner tube. Oh. Anyway. It may just be my imagination, but I think if you leave it a little under the recommended air pressure thing, I think it's better than maybe a little over. The range on this thing is 35 to 45 psi, pounds per square inch, whatever the hell the thing is. So I figure if I have at least, 32 pounds in there, that's good. A little underinflated, I think the inner tube actually lasts longer. It may not be as smooth a ride as it being a little overinflated, but I think if you hit a bump or whatever, it's less likely to blow than if it's slightly overinflated. Anyway, maybe it's just me. I don't know. That's the impression I get. I haven't put it to any kind of scientific tests or whatever, so I don't know. That's my overall impression. In other words, I want to have some idea of how much air I'm putting into the darn tire, okay? I don't want to get carried away and just end up the darn thing easily popping because it hit something, whatever. So I found my little tire gauge thing. Went to the local gas station, and I had no more luck using their thing than I did trying to get it with my own pump. It deflated real good. Don't get me wrong. My front tire got completely deflated, so that was fine. It was getting the darn air in that I had the problem with. Anyway. So I go to catch the red line, and they're not running. I've got to go and get a shuttle bus And they didn't run all the way to the bus stop that I needed to get to. The last stop was near the downtown transit thing, so I ended up having to get off there. I waited too long for the bus shuttle to begin with. And then they just moved me just a few blocks more down the road for all that time I spent waiting there. So I ended up walking to the bus stop I had to get to. I caught the 40 and went over there to Blue Line Bike Lab. I go in there, I ask if they have some kind of attachment I can attach to my valve so I can put air in the darn thing. No such thing, or at least if there is such a thing, they're not going to carry it, and probably no other bike thing is going to carry it either, because I don't know why and whatever. It'd probably be too efficient and probably take too much business away from them, so why the hell would they carry such a thing? I don't know. Whatever reason, there is no such thing. You've got to have an inner tube with a 45-degree angle. That's it. So fine, so now I'm going to go online, get a 14-inch inner tube with a 45-degree angle valve. I get 5 of them. I hope I never have to use any of them, but you know, whatever. It'll be there. So after going I asked them, can you put air in the darn thing then? So they put air in it. But once I was there, in that part of town, especially having gone through all that, that's the water. I said, what the hey? Start looking for that senior apartment thing now. So I drove down the road looking for it, heading towards where the path I would have to head towards to go to work if I lived in that area. And yeah, I got a few apartments. Yeah. One of them was actually a senior living facility, so I'll see. I still have a few months before I qualify, but I want to see if it's income based or how they figure all that, how they do all that. I don't know. So I found one place, and I have a few other apartments. That commute will take me, instead of the 2 railroad tracks I've got to deal with now, it would give me 3 railroad tracks. Or whatever. You can't really hope to avoid railroad tracks in Houston. Forget it. Especially where my job is located, so. What else? I don't know. I have notes. What the heck do I have notes for? I don't know. Well, thank goodness I had the list for the what I wanted from Randall's, or obviously I wouldn't have had a clue what to get at that point because I was all over the place. So that's another benefit of having lists, a shopping list. When weird things happen, it doesn't matter because you have your excuse my French, because you have your shopping list. Anyway. More bike stuff. Okay. 3 gas stations, none of them would have served any purpose for me at all. One's not even open yet. The other one I don't know, but there are people playing loud music around there. And I was like, yeah. So I went on to the next one. Yeah, the next one didn't even have an air thing. So I kept on going. I eventually did find one that had the air thing. It said $2. The running time was 5 minutes, quarters only. But as it turned out, I only needed 6 quarters, and it started up. Didn't do me any good, but at least I saved 50 cents. So it's actually $1.50. The thing ran for 5 minutes. It only takes quarters. And yeah, I had quite a little. I keep on forgetting to tell them to. When they changed the thing and they took the brake off to get to the inner tube in this other place? My right brake hasn't worked since. And I keep on forgetting. That's the second time I've been to the other bike place and I completely forgot to tell them to fix the right brake. The other little thing that's happening with my bicycle is the rear light. Remember I said it was dimming, so I needed to change okay, I changed the darn thing. It lights up real bright. I can get it to go on, but I can't get it to stay on. So, I don't know if I put the batteries in one, because I didn't have any problems with it prior. Well, I mean, the lights were too dim to be really useful, but whatever. Okay. And I still haven't got online to validate, to verify my bank thing, the deposits, and start my M1 finance stock market thing. What time is it? Wow, it's late. Oh, boy. Okay. By this time I'd like to be finished eating or starting eating or something with the eating part already. I just dragged my in here. Yeah, it's 6. Well, now it's 6:20. 4:26. 4:26 p.m. Figure out where I'm at. I don't feel like getting this all out. Okay, I gotta plug in my bicycle, get it charged up for tomorrow. I gotta charge up my front light. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna go online and see if there's a way see if there's a video on replacing lithium batteries. Because maybe I just put the darn thing in there wrong, but I don't know. It never gave me that problem before I did that and put it in the battery, so I don't know. I'll get back to you on what the heck's going on with that. Alright, I've got to go and order those inner tubes because I got to go there next week and have them change it out. They say it's going to cost about $10 for each inner tube to change it. But I'll be damned if I'm going to get stuck because I can't get air into the darn tires. How stupid would that be? Okay, so I don't know why the front one's giving me problems. I think the back one freaks me out, and then I go to the front one and I can't do it. I don't know why the front one. That should be exactly the same, right? I don't know. Problem was I started trying to inflate the back one that apparently does need the angle thing, and I just got so frustrated that I couldn't even do the front one at this point. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. But this was not the day I was expecting. So I'm there in the middle of this hot afternoon in Houston. Yes, still Houston. Fine, I said it. Okay. No shade to speak of. So I must be getting dehydrated. I'm pedaling like an idiot 5 miles down the darn road. No shade. And, just scribbling thingies every time I see an apartment building that doesn't freak me out, because I think there's going to be like a gangster thing happening in a second there. I don't know. So whatever. Okay, I've got to charge up my bike. I've got to recharge my front lights. Check to see if there's anything about replacing lithium batteries online. And have something to eat. And I don't think it's going to be avocado toast. But I do have to polish off the, I still have pasta. I still have one serving of pasta left from my last week. I got to finish off the avocado thing tomorrow or throw it away because that thing's been there forever. Even though I should be doing it. That was my last pasta thing. I got to buy more pasta. Remember I had the green lentil thing? I had the red thing. The red thing I already put up there because I couldn't find the first green one. And last week I did the black thing, black bean lentil thing. That's gonna be my thumbnail for this one. I've got that was last week. That's it. I ran out of here. I gotta buy more. What a week. Okay. Well, I got a list of apartments now. So I wasn't expecting all that to happen right there. I gotta order my inner tubes. I gotta look for that lithium battery video. I gotta recharge everything. And I'm gonna nuke something because there's no way in hell. Look at the time. 4:30. And my head fell off and rolled some down the road while I was doing this crazy old lady stuff. Whatever. Okay, I'm going. I'll talk to you next week. I hope it'll be next week. If it's before then, I don't even want to think about it. Talk to you next week.